Hi, I'm Bradley Barth, Senior Reporter with SC Media here at the RSA Conference in San Francisco, and with me is Geoff Sanders. He is the Product Director at iovation, which is a fraud prevention and multi-factor authentication company. We're going to be talking a little bit today about PSD2, the Payment Services Directive, the second edition of that, which is a secure payment services regulation enacted by the European Union, and in a way there's a little bit of shades of GDPR here, and we're going to talk about that a little bit now with Geoff. Geoff, give me a little bit of the ins and outs of what PSD2 is.
Yeah, so PSD2, or the Revised Payment Services Directive, is a new regulatory standard designed to improve and protect consumer purchases online by applying stricter security requirements to the consumer authentication process around consumer payments, as well as opening up payment account information to third parties in order to create a more collaborative and open ecosystem for payments for both users and businesses in Europe.
I know there are two key components of the regulation that must be followed. Explain what those two components are.
Yeah, so the first is around what they call strong customer authentication. So it requires the use of multi-factor authentication, at least two types of factors of authentication amongst the three types. So there's possession, inherence, and knowledge factors of authentication. And strong customer authentication dictates that you must use at least two factors of authentication based on certain types of transactions that cannot be exempt, and also stipulates the architecture and methods in which those authentication methods can be employed. On the other side of the equation is the Open Banking Initiative, and that is about opening up payment accounts via APIs to third parties so that we can have a more collaborative ecosystem that other businesses can participate in beyond banks.
The deadline to meet these two requirements is September of 2019. Explain a little bit about what are some of the commonalities between PSD2 and GDPR.
Well, fundamentally, this is about protecting consumers. And so just like GDPR went into effect last year with big financial penalties, there are also penalties for payment service providers that don't follow PSD2. They won't be able to get a new payment service license, which means they won't be able to conduct business in Europe unless they follow these new directives.
All right, great. Thanks very much. Geoff Sanders, Director of Product at iovation. I'm Bradley Barth with SC Media. Until next time, have a safe day online.